This is how to train like a pro catcher. I'm here with CJ Rodriguez, currently in the A's organization, and we're gonna do some receiving and throwing today, so follow along. It looks so good. Yeah. So when I am reviewing videos, here's what I typically look at with the guys I go. First I go lower body, next I go torso. Generally, I go a little bit higher or a little bit more like straight up and down. And then next thing, so there's really only three things to look at, truly. It's legs, torso, arms. When we go here, right, when we look, maybe a slight little angle of going flat to down. Look at this one, dude. This one's freaking so good. So we stay vertical here out the gate. Stay vertical. And we just finish, like you're saying, with that extension.
Right.
That's beautiful. So this is pro right here, right? But look at you flash that glove vertical, hold the angle, and then you go up to flat. And so the issue that oftentimes I'll see is if you take a flat glove here, the first move that a lot of people, like I was working with some college guys, and the first move is here, you get flat, and then you come back and bounce. But you're just holding that so good, and then you just finish. Here, yep. So I like to go like all the way back like that.
Okay.
Or no, like right here, but like with the target. Oh. It's like sometimes some catchers will get here.
Just kind of with the wrist.
Yeah.
It's more like, yeah, you want to hit.
And so then from here, if you grab there, basically we scrape to 2. Yep. And then we go to 3. So I actually like to train this. I'm curious how you'll like this. Okay. And so basically from here, we keep the bend. Boom, like you got a cast.
Yeah. And
then from here, screw your elbow down and get up to flat. There. Does that make sense?
Yeah. It's kind of like.
Yeah, it's a snap. Yeah. So, and then, yeah. So sometimes, right, because there's some pitches that you're gonna have to get out here that you'll just have to go fully extend on. Right. And you're way stronger than like all the youth guys that I coach. But the youth guys that I coach, if they get here and their elbows below their shoulder, they will kind of go back a little bit. And so if we can get them to there, they finish really, really well. Good. Yeah, nice. So basically what you're doing is you're just adjusting your catch point back like 3 inches just to there. So try it out. I mean, we'll see how it feels. Because sometimes you literally have to go extend on that low pitch. Nice. And make sure, one of the things too, sometimes when I give that cue, what I'll see is people will get here. It's still out. It's still out, yeah. Less elbow, still kind of like it's like pivot point from the shoulder, but it's still gaining ground just a little. Yeah. Good, let's go inside. There. Yeah, that's great. Good. Good. Okay, now let's come back to here. And let's just feel this, where once that elbow's up, we just rotate that thing all the way. Yeah. Good. We'll go inside. Yeah. Looks great. Yep. So I'm gonna keep kind of stretching you over towards that knee. Yep, and as you get there, do your best to try to get here early. Because when we get there, that's when we see that ball whip just a little. Yeah, that's very nice. Good. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, very nice. That's great, dude. Okay, now this is gonna feel a little weird too. I want you to see if you can get to that pause. So show me that position right here where we get to that elbow. Yeah. So we'll go short hop to catch right there. We'll start right down the middle, short hop to catch. Good. Yeah, hold it vertical. So that is my guess at why here, from here over, you have no issue. Because like literally your glove has to go there. This one, there's just no forgiveness. If you're here, then it still bounces.
Yeah. So like, on this pitch, we're going like a sinker guy, right?
Yep.
I'm almost like treating it like a lefty. So like only this matters to this side. Anything here is ball. That's kind of how
You're just setting it up so that you don't even get it on this side of your body.
I'm setting it up so where if I have to catch it on this side of my body,
it's a ball.
It's a ball, and I can just completely just catch the ball. I don't have to like worry about how I look or whatever. Just catch it.
Yeah.
And then if it's on this side, I can react to go get this pitch. But if he does dot it up with a sinker right here, I'm in that perfect.
It's in your. It's basically down the middle for you, even though it's on the corner. So then my guess is then the pitch that maybe gives you the most trouble, backdoor sinker, misses a little bit more, and then it's on body on the inside. Yeah.
For sure.
Totally.
Yeah. But I think there's also like a few guys who can go backdoor sinker like pretty consistent where we're calling it like that.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, if they do miss, obviously if I'm set up here,
then it misses across.
And it misses across, it's gonna be tough.
Yeah, totally. So yeah, still right down the middle. See if you can hold that, keep that glove vertical. Good, hold it a little more. So get that thing right there, let me see. There, perfect. Yep. Yep. Good, now finish it. Nice, looks awesome. Good. Yeah. Nice. Good. One more. Very good. Very nice. So we can see, again, a little bit straight there, a little bit. But see, this is what's so interesting to me too, because when I watch the big leaguers catch these pitches, almost all of them have pretty straight, if not really, really straight arms. And they always get into this position here. I think that is actually the strongest position because your elbow will continue to climb a little bit as you go. But like I said, with the youth guys that I coach, if they get here, they almost always get into an elbow dip, which is where basically this elbow goes here and it starts to pivot and then the glove goes high.
I feel like Darno does that a lot. Travis Darno.
Gets there and up, yeah.
But just on pitches that are like strikes. Like
just,
not even,
yeah, he does kind of do that, huh?
Yeah.
Interesting. So again, it's like, was it bad? Not necessarily. It's obviously working, but it's just different kind of philosophies on it.
Right.
But that is perfect to me because see how now we're straight out from the shoulder. It's great. Right? Yeah, you're still kind of catching that straight. But I mean, if that works for you, if that feels really nice.
Wait, on what do you mean I'm catching it straight?
Sorry. Like with the arm. This has a little bit more bent.
Oh. Always just kind of told myself that like this looks better than this.
Than that? Yeah.
This just looks like you're trying to like prop it up to me, and then this looks like you're like here.
Strong. Yeah, for sure.
So that's just kind of why like I'm telling myself to catch the ball, how like in the pocket, but then the end point is
there for sure. That's super smooth. Yep.
So like that was a little bent for me. Like that was like this.
Yeah.
And I would ideally want to just be boom.
Totally. And I think one thing too that as we're saying is when I'm saying catch it deep, what I'm not saying is here. I'm saying still to there, but just instead of catching it here, having a slight bend essentially.
Okay.
Like that's, so I'm not saying like when you catch it, like bring it back.
You're saying same thing.
Still everything is the same. The difference is when we get here, sometimes, basically I like to have this back a little bit more as this goes and then go, rather than from the very bottom, the tricep going to a straight arm and then pulling. Other thing that I would say, other spot that I see, every once in a while, the glove will get here, which is not a bad thing, but if we do miss, or if the ball misses here, then
You gotta recorrect.
you gotta recorrect, right? And so just keeping that vertical out of the gate, and then you can finish there, then you can finish there.
Got it.
Oh, I mean,
That was the right move. I'm fine with that. That felt good.
hey, one more thing that do you guys have like kind of rules on targets at all?
In terms of like when you show it.
Yeah, and like how? Like I see you getting kind of straight. Do you ever?
Oh,
like,
that's like I use that as like a, like a boxer when they like kind of like touch to see how far it is.
Yeah.
That's kind of where I want to catch it. Like the end up. Like I know this is my end point of where I want to do it, and then as I go and load, like this is where I'm like kind of firing from.
Interesting.
But I know this is the end point, so
That's
like
your end
this is
point.
where I'm catching it out front, and then it's like boom, ending
Nice.
up right back there.
Cool.
But also too, it just helps the target. Like I like to show a very
Strong target.
like right here, throw it right here. I want it right here.
Cool. Keep that glove vertical. Dude, that looks great. Okay, this is actually a really good question. I'm curious, how often do you get thumbed?
Never,
Really?
never.
Was there a time where you did get thumbed?
Yes, 100%.
What did you do on the times that you got thumbed, and why do you never get thumbed now?
My glove was formed like a box, like it was boxy.
So you did a box shape, and now
I
you
used
switched
to.
it.
Now, yeah, I switched it to whatever that may be.
Okay, interesting. So when you look at this, how would you change this to get it more to what you're doing, and how do you hold it?
I go like this.
Two in the ring?
Yeah,
Nice.
two in the ring, and then
Finger out,
yep, and I kind of curl this in,
curl the thumb.
and I curl this down, this corner down,
Oh, interesting.
and I pound there and there.
And where are you trying to catch the ball?
I'm trying to make it like a
You're trying to catch it here?
I'm trying to make this whole thing right here,
Interesting.
like a perfect pocket, perfect, pouch
And-
for the ball.
Yeah.
So like I used to use it like this,
Used
and
to box.
when I would go to catch balls, if I wasn't like,
Perfect.
like that, it was hitting the sides, and usually wasn't that good yet, so it was hitting this side,
Yeah.
and it was just blowing my thumb up.
Okay. I get questions all the time from younger kids. I'm hurting my thumb. What would you tell them if they keep hurting their thumb? How would you tell them to fix it?
I think a lot has to do with how you break in your gloves. I don't know. Certain gloves are made to be broken in certain ways.
Right.
But I think too, tight thumb strap. Like my thumb's not going anywhere in there,
Interesting.
and I'm kind of like thumb dominant. So like the majority of the pressure is all in here for me.
You're squeezing from your thumb.
Yeah, I'm squeezing from my thumb and like the rest. So I'm controlling like this part, the pocket and my thumb. and then the rest of this is kind of just closing with the glove.
Yeah.
I don't know. And then I try not to ever like catch the ball like, you know,
Flat over here.
yeah, I guess flat in a sense, or like this. Like I'll much rather knock it down this way because like I'm comfortable this way.
Yeah.
Or I mean,
Or
there's
stay
videos of me like there's a pitch like way over here, like a left-handed slider, and I'll continue to go this way as long as I can because I know my thumb's safe
Yeah.
that way. I mean, that's what I found. A lot of guys that were like, "Don't do that, you're gonna hurt your thumb."
Right.
I'm like, that's what I do when my brain doesn't want to hurt my thumb. Like if my thumb's hurting and
when
I
you
just got
protect it
thumb,
there.
I'm going this way because I know that's not gonna hurt. Like it's gonna hit this part.
Yeah, I think oftentimes what I'll say, because a lot of times, again, I'll hear, don't turn your thumb down. That's how you hurt thumb. I think it's when our glove gets turned this way.
Yeah.
And then the only spot for it to go is our thumb. Because it's actually better, right? Like if you're like this and your thumb's down, the only spot for it to go is your thumb. It's
Yeah,
actually
it only
better.
hurts when it hits this pad right here.
Yeah.
It just blows it up. So
Just don't let it hit that.
Yeah.
Keep the pocket
Yeah.
square. Good. Nice. Oh, my bad. Yeah, I mean,
bent, though.
That's exactly what I'm talking about, though. Boom, right?
Yeah.
And I saw, like, and this is why I like this. I saw Trevino doing this. He was like set up on a machine. He was just right here, boom, just slamming that down with his tricep. I think it's the same thing on the low pitch,
Right. Yeah.
just there,
Yep.
right? And then, like, it's kind of that same thing where it's like, you kind of go here. The issue is if, the issue that I see is that if we get here, we get stuck and it's hard to bring it up. Now you're strong. You can just kind of muscle
Well,
through
I'm also
balls.
thinking about like to stop my glove. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
I want to be able to stop, and if I go to stop and my elbow's bent, like, I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
others who don't teach, like, you know, that. If I go to stop and my elbow's bent, they're still gonna move. So
gonna
like, that's why I kind of want to just
Get to that lock.
locked out. And I guess when I'm going to catch it, it's like a little bit bent, and then as soon as I'm able to, you know, pocket the ball, it's a quick extension rather
Yeah.
than like such a big one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
So
feel
if
that.
we can just maybe, or
Yeah,
like for me,
find,
I'll like
find that middle
I can
ground.
catch it, you know, bent, but not so bent, I guess.
Yes, yeah. Because you don't want to be back here.
Oh yeah.
Oh my goodness. That looks great. Okay, you want to throw a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your typical routine when you work on throwing?
Usually just start with like a small progression of transfers with like some bare hand, a few, and then go to glove off the machine. I'll be on my knees to start, and then kind of just work a transfer to like one leg, and then like kind of control it, and then put it all together at the end.
Great.
Kind of
Okay,
very simple.
why don't you just guide me through it? I'll just work with you on it. What are you trying to think with your hands here?
I'm just thinking transfer the ball cleanly.
You
And then
thinking
I'll-
fingers up? You go here.
Actually, so when I go to transfer, I find the best, like, I guess, results come when, like, the best transfers happen when my glove is more like this.
Down.
Because it's just kind of like a more natural rather than catching it and then turning it all the way over.
Yep.
Kind of like an infielder.
Yeah.
So,
Totally.
But I'm also trying to take, like, thinking out of it. I'm trying to I know my
do it.
body knows how to do it. I'm just trying to, like,
Just trying to do it.
yeah. But, like, pay attention to what's happening. Yeah, just a couple of, loosen up the hands real quick. Then I'll start like slowly progressing to on my feet. Yeah, and this just feeling like everything happening at once, but like slow. Because I don't want it to be like catch and then jump or transfer and like whatever.
Yep.
I want it to just kind of be like I'm turning a double play, but fundamentally sound,
Yep.
like a catcher would.
Beautiful.
Also, this line too is like, the biggest thing for me, because when I was throwing, like at bandy, and when I first got to pro ball, if I was able to catch the ball up here when I was on 2 feet, I was like this, yes. I was able to just jump away and like do a whole bunch of crazy stuff.
Yeah.
When I go to a one knee stand, even if the ball is way up here, over there, I can catch it, and then I'm still in line to go straight to second base.
Yeah.
Right. Stay low as long as
Yeah.
I can and set my feet and obviously gain some ground because I want to go towards second base.
Yeah.
So I'm going to gain a little bit, but I'm not going to, jump or nothing like that.
Totally.
Yeah, just kind of trying to keep it simple. On the line, everything moving that way, but under
Love it.
control. But first, I usually will go for my knees if I can.
Yep.
If the pitch is way up, then I'll jump up and throw, but usually try to work the footwork on my knees because that's what happens majority of the time.
Great.
This I'm trying to gain ground this way so I can just get a lane. Because
Yep.
once I have a lane, it's like I can just let it fly.
Extra stuff like
Yeah.
that's the game. I'm respecting the game, playing hard.
I love it.
Let's go from here and just go right up. I'll go your arm side.
Perfect.
That's the middle of the other battery box. Here.
Looks so good, bro. Atta boy. Okay, so we'll just go quick hands here. Stand up. Let's go down. So this pitch. I'm gonna throw it down. What I'm trying to see is that instead of that, rips right up. Yeah. Yeah. Almost like it's a jump. Yeah, jump back. Yeah. Ooh. That's nice. Dude, phenomenal job. You look awesome.
Appreciate it.
You look awesome.